Hi, this is Brittany Madison, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation. Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, and I am over here with the man, Michael Buffer, at the Golovkin versus Monroe weigh-in. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing real well, thanks.
All right, so you will be hosting the weigh-in today, or at least doing your blow-by-blow, announcing it. How big of a fight is this right here? Would you say Golovkin versus Monroe?
You know, every fight with Golovkin is a big fight, and I think it's an interesting one. This one because Monroe has proven himself to be a very slick southpaw. He's got good genes, you know, from Willie the Worm Monroe, his uncle, and his dad was a pretty decent fighter, I heard. So, and you know, from hearing him talk this week, he didn't come here to roll over. He's got the will to win. You know?
Yeah.
He's got that good background.
Yeah. Now, obviously, he's an underdog, but with his style, like you said, he's been a southpaw. He has a pedigree. Do you see him at least possibly doing better than a lot of previous Golovkin opponents?
You know, every fight has to stand on its own, and he's a capable, you know, a fighter. This will be his 20th pro fight, and I'm looking forward to a good night. And of course, the co-feature features one of the perhaps might even be the best fighter in the world, might even be better than Mayweather, is Ramon Gonzalez from Nicaragua. I mean, what is it, like 50-0 or something, 56? And I'm just an unbelievable career, a future Hall of Famer, just a first ballot, and just a superstar and a great fighter. But you know, those little guys at light flyweight and flyweight, they don't get the press like welters and middles. So it's going to be a treat for the fans watching HBO to see such a superstar in boxing.
So this is Roman Gonzalez's coming out party to at least the mainstream media, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or the fans and everything, right? Okay, now let me ask you about May 2nd. If you could describe that experience, how was that? I mean, I know that wasn't the first time you worked with Showtime, but it almost looked like you had a battle with your man Jimmy Lennon Jr. I mean, the whole atmosphere.
No, you know, actually, I had laryngitis the morning of the fight. I had no voice at all. And Jimmy was on standby, and just in case I had nothing left, and he even helped me out with some throat spray, and that's why they called him Classy Jimmy Lennon Jr. So, you know, we worked together. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the pipes that I usually do, but I managed to get out the rumble line and Manny's name, so it kind of like almost worked out perfectly.
Now let me ask you about Mayweather-Pacquiao. You were there watching it live, of course. Did the fight play out the way you expected?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it did. I kind of expected Mayweather to be Mayweather, you know, a brilliant defensive fighter, counter puncher, jab to the body, quick right hand leads when he needed it. It all went his way.
Mm-hmm. And you obviously you expect, because I hear some people saying the fight was a disappointment, but then I'm also hearing
it was a disappointment because people want to see like what we saw last week with Canelo and Kirkland. People want to see two guys just stand toe-to-toe and let it all hang out. And that's not really the style of Mayweather. And once he took control, he established it as his fight.
Yeah, but see, at the same time, Mayweather did fight that way when he actually fought Canelo, which I think is ironic because, you know, they say Canelo did this against Kirkland.
He didn't really go toe-to-toe. He used all the brilliant strategies that he has in his arsenal. And especially the counter-punching. That's what makes him a superstar.
That's what winning. I think winning has a lot to do with it too.
Canelo's only 24 years old, and you're going to hear a lot from him over the next 5-6 years.
So you think he can replace Mayweather and be the next pound-for-pound king in the next couple of years? Do you see him going that far?
I don't know if you know. We have to wait and see as far as that title pound-for-pound goes. You know, somebody always grabs that mantle. Usually, it's somebody that has a great style that's going to including defense,
high boxing
like a Roy
IQ.
Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard, Terry Norris in his prime, Burnell Whitaker, you know, those type of guys, and Floyd. So I mean, usually it's somebody that has great defense that seems to grab that title.
Yeah, and is that how it usually is in all sports? I hear some people say that, where defense usually wins championships in pretty much all sports. Would you say?
Defense, you know, in basketball, football, baseball, defense pays dividends for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll see. well, we know for sure Canelo will be relevant as an exciting, entertaining fighter,
absolutely.
right?
He's going to be right up there at the top of the heap. Always be considered in the conversations of pound for pound the best in the world over the next 4, 5, 6 years. I really believe that.
Okay.